What are grants and aid in state-federal relations? Imagine a big team working together, each with their own roles but sharing resources to reach common goals. That's similar to how the federal government and state governments work through grants and aid. These are funds the federal government gives to states and local governments to support specific projects or programs. They are a main way that the national government helps states do things like build roads, improve schools, or provide health services. Grants and aid serve several key functions in the relationship between federal and state governments. They are usually meant for particular purposes such as education, health care, infrastructure, or welfare programs. States get these funds to carry out policies that match federal priorities but also address local needs. Sometimes, the federal government sets conditions that states must follow to receive the money. These conditions can include rules about how the money is spent or requirements like non-discrimination policies. These rules are often called strings attached because they influence how states design their programs. There are different types of grants and aid. Categorical grants are narrowly focused and must be used for specific activities or projects. For example, a categorical grant might be used only for building schools or funding specific health clinics. Block grants give states more flexibility. They can decide how to spend the money within a broad area like community development or public health. General purpose grants are the most flexible, providing states with unrestricted funds they can use for any purpose within a general category. Funding is usually allocated in two main ways. One is through formulas based on factors like population size or need, which guarantees a certain amount of money for each state. The other is through competitive project grants, where states apply and compete for funds based on specific proposals or projects. Formula grants help ensure fairness, while project grants prioritize federal goals. These grants influence state policies because they create incentives for states to adopt or maintain programs that align with federal priorities. While states keep control over their laws and administration, relying on federal funds often means their policies reflected federal standards and goals. For example, in welfare programs, the federal government supplies most of the funding but requires states to follow federal rules for eligibility and services. This partnership allows states to deliver services efficiently while maintaining some level of national oversight. Overall, grants and aid are a vital part of how the federal and state governments work together. They provide financial support for local needs and help coordinate efforts across different levels of government. At the same time, they shape state policies through funding conditions and priorities, creating a balance between federal influence and state independence.